So this is the another sampling technique. This is quota sampling. The populations is first segmented into mutually exclusive subgroups, just as in stratified sampling. So we have to just divided the whole populations into different segment, and then judgment used to select subjects or units from each segment based on specified proportions. So now you have to just segmented, you have to just justified the peoples from those segments, and using some specific criteria. Suppose for example, an interviewer may be told to sample 200 females and 300 males. So here these examples are very important. For each and every samples you have to remember the examples also, because and here the situations can be given to you, and it can ask that tell what sampling technique we will follow. Okay, so follow the examples properly. So an interviewer may be told to the sample 200 females and 300 males between the age of 45 and 60. So here this is the example. Suppose we want to categorize our our populations according to some technique, and at first you are dividing the whole populations using the female and male criteria, and after that you are providing the age criteria also. So it is the second step which makes the technique one of non-probability sampling. The quota sampling, the selections of the sample is non-random. Okay, here you are not choosing the data randomly. You are actually choosing you are selecting some data. You are selective. You are selecting some persons intentionally. Okay, so interviewer might be tempted to interview those who look most helpful. Okay, so you can select those one. The problem is that these samples may be biased. Yes, because a person is, suppose in case of interview, a person is selecting people, selecting job seeker according to their own intuitions, that yes, he or she can. Okay, so sometimes their approach and should be can be much more impressive, and they can select them. Okay, but sometimes the selections can be wrong also. Okay, so this samples is biased, because not everyone gets a chance of selections, because you are not selecting everyone, you are choosing someone from them. Okay, so this is bias, and that each and everyone is not getting the chance, because at first you are reducing some people from your panel. Okay, so according to the age criteria, and according to the gender, you are just selecting some peoples, and from them you are getting some peoples. Okay, so that means you are not getting everyone, you are not choosing everyone, you are selecting some peoples. So this random element is its greatest weakness, and quota versus probability has been a matter of controversy for many years. Okay, so this is the quota sampling. That means you are selecting some people from the whole things, and you are not getting the whole informations, whole populations, you are selecting something. So sometimes this type of sampling cannot be proper. Okay, so this is quota sampling. Another thing is convenience sampling. Convenience sampling is sometimes known as grab or opportunity sampling, or you can say that opportunity sampling or accidental or haphazard sampling. A type of non-probability sampling, this is also non-probability sampling, which involves the sample being drawn from that part of the populations which is close to hand, that is readily available and convenient. The researcher using such a sample cannot scientifically make generalizations about the total populations from this sample, because it would not be representative enough. Okay, so suppose for example, if the interviewer, so this example you should remember, if the interviewer was to conduct a survey at a shopping center early in the morning on a given day, the people that he or she could interview would be limited to those given there at the given time, which would not represent the views of other members of the society in such an area. If the survey was to be conducted at different times of the day and several times per week, then we will get the different result. Okay, so that means the time factor is also there. Suppose you are conducting a survey at the early morning, so some people can go for the interview and some are not. And if you are doing this at the different times of the day, and it can repeat several times in a week, then you can get more response. So this type of sampling is most useful for pilot testing. Okay. And in social science research, snowball sampling is a similar technique where existing study subjects are used to recruit more subjects into the sample. So this is a snowball technique, snowball sampling technique, where this is actually like a convenience sampling. So this is a haphazard sampling, or you can say the opportunity sampling, okay, or accidental sampling. Okay, so this is a convenient sampling. So here you are just means okay, judgment sample purpose. Okay, so here you are just a person is going on and you don't know whether, that means that some peoples may not be there in your side. So you are asking someone, but sometimes you are not getting the response because maybe the timing is different, and according to your according to the timing you can get the response. Maybe you are not getting the whole data using this type of sampling. This is the haphazard sampling also. And another sampling technique, that is judgmental sampling or purposive sampling. Okay, so here the researcher chooses the sample based on who they think would be appropriate for the study. So judgmental sampling, you should judge that who will be the appropriate people for your research work. Okay, so this is used primarily when there is limited number of people that have expertise in that area being researched. Okay, so for that you need experienced researcher, because who can judge properly that yes, these are the set which can help in our research work, because we are getting only those data which is actually required. That means there are the number of people, that is we have a limited number of data, and in that case we need a very efficient and experienced researcher, okay, to do this type of sampling. Okay, so after that, this is the final sampling. We have a panel sampling, and this question sessions I already given to you, just in your assignment. Okay, so according to this sampling technique, you should decide that situations, and you need to write down that what sampling technique we can use. So this is a large sampling method, that is panel sampling. Here the method of first selecting a group of participants through a random sampling. So this is a panel sampling, that means you are paneling. Okay, so you just select some group of participants through a random sampling method, and then asking that group for the same informations again several times over a period of time. So okay, you are just dividing the whole populations into different panels, and you are asking the people, you are surveying on those people. Okay, so therefore each participant is given same survey or interview at 2 or more time points, because you are panelizing the whole different panels are there, and you are surveying on those people. So it may happen that you are getting 2 or more times interviews, or you are doing surveys on on those persons repeatedly. Okay, so each period of data collections is called wave. So this is called wave. This sampling methodology often chosen for large scale or nationwide studies in order to get changes in the populations with regard to any number of variables, from chronic illness to job stress to weekly food expertise. These are the different type of example. That means here we are doing the sampling on a large scale of people. It can be a huge populations, and you are analyzing the population. You are dividing the whole population into different panels, and you are doing the survey on those panels again and again. Okay, you are surveying the whole thing again and again. So same people can get the chance means one or more time. So in that case, what will happen? Maybe a person is actually saying something at the first round, and maybe in the second round they can change their mind and they can provide you the different information. So it will be confusing also sometime. So panel sampling can also be used to inform researchers about within person health changes due to age, or help explain changes and continuous dependent yes. So if there is any change, so we are doing the things again and again. So if there are any changes happened with these people, so they can express it again and again. So according to time durations, the situations can be changed, and the informations also can change. Okay. So the suppose in medical ground, if they are in the medical field, they are doing some survey on the health conditions of the persons on the same clusters. So maybe before 1 month the health conditions will be something, and after 1 month the health conditions can be some different. So this panel sampling is very important in this type of survey. So there have been several proposed methods for analyzing panel sampling data, including growth curves. Okay, so we can just provide a graph chart also, and also this is for means we can do the survey on child also, that what is the growth rate of the child before 2 months, and after 2 months what is the growth rate of that child. So that is the we are doing the sampling again and again on the same population, same data. Okay, so this is actually called panel sampling.